What's up, people? How y'all doing this
Oh my gosh.
afternoon?
Are we gonna keep that on there?
We gonna do it. We gonna do it. Just let them see what we're about. Let them see that we're about.
Welcome. Are we really? Are we doing this?
I mean, we can. We
Welcome
can for sure.
to the Habitual Podcast.
Yes. Welcome.
I'm Emily Uceda.
And I'm David Uceda. And we want to welcome you to this place, this podcast that exists to be a catalyst for your self-awareness. And our hope, our goal is to always point you back to Jesus. So we're excited to be with you, people.
Yay.
We're excited. It's been a hot minute and we're excited.
I know. I was looking in my calendar and I think it's been like a month and a half since I have at least been on the podcast.
Right.
Because we're having a baby.
You're pregnant.
Yay!
Woo!
Last time, whenever you were sharing on the podcast, you're like, Emily's not feeling well.
Mm-hmm.
But it sounded so like, oh my gosh, pray for her.
Well, at the moment, it was none of their business.
True.
Now that
things
are kind of more
and I
in
was
motion,
not
now it's their
doing
business.
well.
Now they can know. Yeah.
Now I'm 9 weeks pregnant, so we're
Right.
still in that first trimester.
9 weeks. Right now, our baby looks like a gummy bear.
Yep. Little
So,
gummy.
Little gummy bear with a big forehead.
A big head.
Mm-hmm. A
in
big
general.
old head. And
So the cool thing about it is most of you guys know our story, and a lot of people know that we were actually going to be starting with a fertility clinic.
mm-hmm.
And it's cool because we were actually still in the diagnostic stages of figuring out which way we were going to go and just kind of scoping everything out. And we got pregnant before we even started.
the week that you had an appointment or something like that.
Yeah, like we were going to schedule to get an IUI.
Won't the Lord do it?
Mm-hmm.
Won't the
It
Lord
was
do
that
it?
same week.
Yeah.
And so it's cool though, because even though I didn't get pregnant through treatment, we're still under the care of our specialist. So we get to see baby on the ultrasound every single week.
That's right. Shout out to Dr. Kaufman and his team.
Hey.
And what's the name of the center?
Fort Worth Fertility.
Fort Worth Fertility
Yes.
Clinic. They're awesome.
Yes.
Sweet young Gen Zers in that office.
Oh yeah. Or Gen Z slash millennial.
I mean,
You know?
they're at the precipice.
Yeah. But they're great.
But
I love
they're
them.
awesome. Yeah, for sure.
Shout out to my nurse, Gladys.
Right.
You're a real one.
And
But yeah, so we're super excited. We got a crib the other day. And
what happened to me leading this episode?
I'm sorry. I came alive.
You're just so excited. You got so much to
I
share.
know. I came alive whenever the record. I literally before.
you're like, I'm just gonna let you lead this episode tonight.
Just kidding. No, before we pushed record, I literally had my head on the table, like closing my eyes.
Yeah, you're not feeling too.
I'm
You
still
feeling a little dicey.
so
A little dicey.
so exhausted. The nausea has gotten better, so that's
Yeah.
good. But
Cool.
yeah, I'm just excited to be back and feel like, like a functioning member of society again.
Right.
Yeah. It's not for the faint of heart. All my ladies out there that have had babies totally understand, and we've had so much love and support.
Yeah.
And David shared his ice cream with me that I will not forget. That kind
My
dude.
strawberry ice cream.
Yes, I will never forget.
That's my kryptonite.
I almost had to pry it out of his cold hands.
Strawberry ice cream is my kryptonite.
Yes, it was good, but he is a good
You want to
dad.
get me to be obedient? Give me 2 scoops on a cone. Right.
A waffle cone?
Waffle cone.
I love it.
Shout out to Brahms.
Shout out. We're just doing all the shout outs.
The Lord's ice cream.
Yes.
But yeah, it's been such an exciting season, and the reason why we haven't really, it's been a couple weeks is just everything you've been going through, how you're feeling, and and I gotta admit, I like doing a pot on my own, but it's not the same with doing it with you. So
I know.
so it's exciting
We got
whenever
chemistry.
we do have chemistry.
Yeah.
We do have chemistry.
Yep.
I think we're like dating.
I think so.
I think so.
It's funny because whenever I was probably like week 6, week 7 into pregnancy, so like a few weeks ago, I looked at David and I was like, I know you love me, but I don't feel like you like me very much.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think you did because you didn't answer me. You said, give me your cup. I'll get you some more water.
I don't want to answer right now. Let me get you your water. You're a little parched. You're parched. Let me quench your thirst.
Like the past, 2 months, I've been like, hey, babe. Hey, babe. Hey, babe.
Mm-hmm.
But you're a trooper.
But I get it. Like you need some reassurance. That's what my therapist told me. Mm-hmm. She was like, don't blame her. She's looking for some reassurance.
I love your therapist. I love that you're in therapy.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you a better husband. It makes me a better wife.
For sure.
You know.
I like my therapist because she's very black and white. Mm-hmm. She's not really the cradling type.
Yeah.
And I like that because you know me. Like I don't shy from being challenged. I don't shy from getting pushed back.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind it. I'd rather what's my life code? I don't talk behind your back as I say it to your face. So that's
you need someone that is unashamedly bold.
Right. And she'll call me out.
And honest.
She'll call me out on my nonsense whenever I talk, you know. So
yeah.
That's been awesome. What else? I mean, golly, there's my Texan right there saying golly.
Golly.
Look at me. Golly.
Well, golly.
Golly.
Well, dag nabbit.
Because I can't say damn no more.
No, you can't.
So I gotta say golly.
It's a cuss word here in Texas.
Yep. So,
but yeah, we're just showing up tonight as usual. We don't really have a direction. That's why I'm like, you can totally lead us.
Yeah. But we've been excited. It's a new season. It's a season of kind of shift of perspective. A thought that I was talking to my boy Joey recently, and we were just talking about serving in church and, you know, working in the church and what does that look like. And I one thing that came to my mind, I like to think it's the Holy Spirit, maybe, because it's not a thought that I would have thought of, and it's such a deep thought that I wouldn't have thought of it.
Yeah.
You know, and the thought was we were talking about serving and being in things that we enjoy. And I told them, I said, I'm reaching that point where what I do in church is defined by what I want to do and what I need to do. Right. And so I said, there's a lot of things in church that there's a lot of areas that I like to be involved in. Like, for example, let's take like youth ministry. Mm-hmm. You know, youth ministry is not a need for me. It's a want. Mm-hmm. But just like any decision that you make that involves just like a personal decision, you know, there's a beginning and there's an end to it. And I said, and kind of going, you know, as we're flowing into parenthood and this new season of just the great unknown, you know, a lot of my wants are slowly, and I'm not saying this in a I'm bummed out kind of way. I'm saying it in a mature, like in a very mature, I'm learning to understand the ways of life.
Yeah.
Kind of place when I say this, that a lot of my wants are slowly receding and a lot of the needs are starting to flow in. You know, things that I need to do are becoming priorities, and things that I want to do are becoming important, because important things and priorities are two very different things.
Yeah.
You know, priorities are things that we got to get taken care of now. Important things are things that they have value to me, but I'm going to get to it when I have the chance.
And I think that's like a beautiful thing, and I think the Lord kind of orchestrates that.
Yeah.
Especially for the man.
And I felt
and
I felt peace saying it. Like it wasn't sorry, I got some ice in my mouth. It wasn't like a conflict inside of me saying it.
Like,
it was,
I have to give up.
Right. It was like a light bulb turned on in me of just like, oh, okay, there was still some pieces of that singleness that was still kind of lurking inside of me. But now that we're shifting into this season, and singleness in the sense of like, I still want to do this. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do this. I want, like, as if I was a single guy.
Yeah. Like, it's not that it's bad.
It's not that it's bad.
Yeah.
But they're just not priorities anymore.
Right.
You know, my priorities are shifting as we go into this new season. And I'm excited about how my priorities are shifting because we've been in a complacent season for a very, very,
just
very
like
long
waiting
time.
for this thing.
Just waiting for the Lord to move on our behalf, waiting for the puzzle pieces to fit in their proper place.
Right.
And it's been a lot of waiting, having patience, praying, a lot of tears, emotional moments. And now that we're moving into this thing, I'm like, I want to move into this.
Yeah.
But in order for me to move into it and give my 100%, I got to let go of certain things that I want to do in order for me to do things that I need to do.
Yeah. And I will say we were a little nervous at the beginning to like jump in, you know, because it's like, are we going to lose this baby?
For sure.
You know, but I feel like every day that I'm still pregnant, we're like getting more and more and more hopeful.
Absolutely.
And like starting to grasp that this is going to be a reality. Like the other day, I think we were laying in bed and I looked at you and I was like, our lives are about to totally change. Like 100% change.
Yeah.
You know? And so if I'm honest, I'm so excited. Especially to kind of let that like nurturing side out and like nurture a baby and care for a baby. And but I'm nervous about the selfishness part of me.
Yeah.
You know, because being a mom or just a parent in general, you have to deal with a lot of internal battles with selfishness, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe whenever you're there, you're just like,
I think you're right.
It's not even a question to be asked.
I remember my dad once told me, and I've shared this with you when I was like 15 or 16. He said, you know, when you're your own man, your dreams are your dreams. When you have kids, their dreams become your dreams.
Yeah.
And that selfishness has to go away.
Right. But I think it's still healthy to have dreams of your own.
In a certain extent.
You know?
There's got to be a
But like not to put yourself in front of them.
Of course, yeah.
You know,
I'll put you in front of our kids all the time. We can make more.
Right? Good to know. Good to know. But yeah, we're super excited. And I keep telling David, like, I feel like this is going to be the greatest joy of our life, being parents.
Right.
You know? And it's just like, oh my gosh. And I like make these little scenarios. I'm like, imagine in like 10 months from now, 9 months from now, you're going to be coming home from work. I'm going to be sitting here nursing the baby, and the baby's going to need a burp. And then he's like, oh, I'm going to pick him up and I'm going to burp him and da-da-da. And we don't know if it's a boy or a girl yet. We just say him or her or they.
Right.
Anything. They're not a they. They're not a they, them, I promise. But, babe, you're not even paying attention.
I am paying attention. I'm looking up something.
What did I just say?
You're talking about pronouns.
I was.
And how our baby will not have pronouns.
No. Well, because have you seen that headline that's like, babies now need to decide for themselves when they're older, like what gender they are?
Who said that?
There were like studies and not studies, just something. And also like we have to start asking consent now to change their diapers. When they're infants, you have to be like, is this okay?
These hands are my consent. That's what it's going to be. These hands. Uh-huh. You either catch them or you let me change a diaper. Which one you want? Or you can get both.
These hands, Daddy.
You can change. I'll change a diaper and you'll catch these hands.
Oh, I can't wait to be parents.
That's crazy.
We're going to have a good time. Are you serious?
That's like a thing right now?
Yeah. Well, it was like a few years ago I saw that.
That's so ridiculous.
Yeah, it's super weird.
So ridiculous.
Super weird.
But yeah, just kind of going back to the selfishness. I think it is. I mean, as I'm processing and thinking about it, I think it is. I think there is a space for that. that can still exist. It just doesn't look, it's not framed the way it used to be framed, you know? And I think that's what's important. I think that every season you walk into, there are certain opportunities to do things that you want to, they just don't look like what they used to.
Yeah.
And I think that because sometimes we may look at how they used to look like, and now they don't look like that, we
Like what?
we like reminisce of, like, for example, how let's just say I get called by churches to go play. You know, I get gigs here and there. That could continue on to be a thing. It just won't look like the way it does now. Where now, I'd just be like, hey, Saturday's open in our calendar. I got this gig. Can I go play? Yeah, sure.
After you change the baby's diaper 337
Now,
times.
once the baby is born,
Yeah.
the conversation is different.
Yeah, which I'm sure you'll still be able
But
to
that's
go
what I'm
do
saying.
that.
But that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I would still be able to do that. It just won't look the same as what it used to.
Just more responsibility.
Because it's more responsibility.
Of course,
Right.
we have a responsibility to each other
For sure.
that's important and
course.
special, and you're so good at that,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh,
But
thank you, baby.
of course, but the responsibility that we're going to have to keeping this baby
Right.
alive is going to supersede,
Right. It's
what
kind
we're
of like
used to now.
it's kind of like us desiring something, and the Lord gives us something that may not be what we asked for, but it's still just as good as what we were asking for. You get what I'm saying?
No.
We'll pray for something and God will respond back, but his response is a little bit different than how we were imagining he would respond.
But we were praying for a baby.
I know, but I'm just saying, I'm not talking about specifically a baby. I'm saying the emotional aspect, the thought process within us.
Mm-hmm.
That sometimes that things that happen in our lives, they come in ways that we didn't expect, but it's still just as beautiful and still incredible as what we were hoping for. It just looks a little differently.
Yeah.
You know, so we might be picturing how our parenting may go and how we may respond and how we may think in certain situations and until we are in that moment, it might look a little differently.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
You know? So that's what I'm saying is just like it's still finding gratitude.
Well, just like everything.
Yeah.
How marriage looks different.
Right.
You know,
But
it's
still
XYZ.
But even so, it's still learning to have gratitude.
Yeah.
For it. You
I'm
know?
sure.
Even though it may not look the way you wanted it, but it's still just as good. And it's still looking at it and seeing God's favor in it and saying, thank you, Lord.
Yeah.
That I have this. You allowed me to have this. That's why every time I pray, I always tell the Lord, thank you for giving us the honor of raising this kid.
Yeah.
Because this baby's yours.
Yeah.
And you've allowed us
you
to
know,
be the parents.
As I think about like the selfishness thing, it's like it's nerve-wracking now, but I'm sure in the moment it's going to be like, oh, well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You know, because the love that you have for that baby is going to supersede.
Right.
You know. And I'm super excited.
Yeah. And also just think about things of like I analyze where I'm at in life now as an individual, what I've processed, things that I've had to like let go of, people I've needed to forgive. I look at my childhood now and I think to myself like, oh, my bad, you a little sleepy?
Sorry, I've yawned like
you sleepy
2 or
there?
3 times already. I'm sorry. Continue.
No,
go.
But just kind of like looking at my upbringing, you know, and just thinking about, like I think to myself now before I had this bit of anger towards my parents, you know, because of the way certain aspects of my upbringing was. And now where I'm in a place of complete and total forgiveness, I've let go of those frustrations. I've let go of that anger. I let go of all those things. Now I'm just like, I can't wait to be a father like my dad. My dad is a good father.
Yeah.
He is a good dad.
Yeah.
For the many years that I would say he frustrates me and he gets on my last nerve. And you know what? Sometimes, and I would even say, you know what? Sometimes he's not a good dad. And I think I was coming from a place of like complete just resentment. It was resentment and it was pride.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I feel like the Lord has given me the strength to kind of let go of those things,
Mm-hmm.
now I'm in a place of like, I can't wait to be a father like
Yeah.
my dad is.
And whenever you explain that, what I hear is grace.
Yeah.
You know, you've healed so much that you're in an easier place to extend grace.
Right.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
because that's not easy. You know, and of course, knowing your story, it's like you work through something and then something else comes up.
Yeah.
And you work through that and then something else comes and you work through that.
Right.
So it's really awesome to hear you say that.
Yeah.
You know,
Because, most people are always like, most guys will be like, when I have kids, I'm never going to raise them the way my dad raised me.
yeah, but you don't want to do it out of spite.
And that's what I'm saying. And there was an understanding. There was something that I understood a couple of years back, is that when you tell yourself, I will never raise my kids the way I was raised, you're going to spend your whole life trying to prove your parents wrong and not loving them there in that
The
moment.
kid.
Because
Mhm.
all you're focused on is, I'm going to do things the way things
Mhm.
should have been done in my childhood.
Comes from a place of bitterness.
Right.
And that's not to say that we don't hope for good things and
Right.
want to give our kid good
Of course.
experiences.
But what you end up doing is you bring that trauma into your parenthood, your parenting. And I understood that. And I understood that if I stick to therapy, if I stick to working on my ish, I work out my problems, I learn how to have control over my emotions, I don't have to bring that trauma into my childhood. And in fact, I can have healing from that trauma, so that when I'm parenting, I can bring my childhood into it and say,
have fun.
this is how it used to be. This is how I was raised. And look at the good things within that. And no
Right.
longer look at it as trauma, but look at it simply as life experiences.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say something else. I can't remember what it was. Go figure.
Yeah.
That's my MO.
That's your MO.
Uh-huh.
I forget.
I forget what was on my brain. I forget. But yeah, guys, we're so excited, and we'll take the parenting tips. Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. I think it also kind of reminds me of like parents, especially moms that like live through their kids.
Yeah.
You know, like you think about like the pageant moms and cheer moms, and you know, there's always a couple that, you know, put their kid through so much crap just because they didn't get to do that or whatever,
Right.
you know. Yeah, we don't want to do that. We don't want to be like that.
No, for sure. But I think everything that we've experienced up until this point is invested time invested. There's so much that we can look back at. We can look back at from when we had the miscarriage and all the heartache and the emotions and the troubling times that we had in that season. And we look at it now and we're just like, look how beautiful God is, where he's taken us from.
I know. I can't believe it.
Where we are now.
Even now, I'm like, I can't believe that. Well, same with you. I went through so many years of singleness.
Yeah.
And then whenever we were getting married, it's like, I can't believe this is happening to me.
Right.
You know, I can't believe it's our turn.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel with this. Like, I'm just like, I still have not wrapped my head around it.
Right.
I still can't believe it. It's so good.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah,
Yeah.
that's all I got.
Me too.
We're going to keep it short and sweet tonight,
Yeah.
guys. And I'm just glad to be back on. And hopefully we will have some guests on pretty soon because it's been a while and we're ready to have
for
those
sure.
conversations again.
I want to do a Q&A episode.
Yeah,
I
want to.
So if y'all are listening to this episode, I plan on making a post on IG and all of our socials, inviting people to put any questions they want us to answer of any sort of topic. It doesn't have to be biblical, but just anything, just to be able to engage with the people that listen to this podcast.
Yes.
We're grateful for y'all's lives, and we're grateful for the time that you invest. We know that sometimes podcasts are not. I've had plenty of conversations with people that are like, I'm just not a podcast person, or podcasts are just too long, you know. And those that do stick around and listen to us babble for an hour and a half, sometimes at times 2 hours.
Oh gosh,
you know,
those are too long.
You know, we love y'all so much.
My bladder's not cut out for those 2 hour episodes.
And so we want to be able to do something like that. So I'm down for that. I definitely want to make a post sometime soon. So y'all keep an eye out.
Yes.
On IG, YouTube.
Yes.
Just all the platforms.
Ask us the hard questions.
Ask us the questions.
That's what we want.
Try to stump us.
Yes.
I'm sure that'll be easy.
Right.
What's 2 plus 2? Let me tell you something.
Wait.
So, but we love y'all so much.
Yes. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share.
All the things.
All the thingy things.
Share this podcast with your friends, with your people around you. It helps us greatly. It shows us how much you love us. I mean, obviously, you don't. Just doing that doesn't show. We know y'all love us. I'm not saying.
Yeah,
that.
You don't love us if you don't share our podcast episode. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, please share it with people, and we love y'all, and we'll be seeing y'all in the next 2 weeks. All right.
All right. Bye.
Peace.